faisons un bout de chemin ensemble.
N'ayez pas peur et prenez votre envol vers la liberté et la lumière.
Bonjour. Vidoc salue les humains libérés des conditionnements et contraintes d'un esclavage mental. Lorsque nous savons et voulons regarder l'ensemble des conditionnements, tout devient alors très clair. Il y a ceux qui savent, ceux qui sont susceptibles de savoir, en menant leur combat, et ceux représentant le reste. Car, à l'heure de l'information, l'ignorance est un choix. Aussi, l'être humain ne bouge pas tant que rien ne l'y oblige. Ceci précisé, passons à l'introduction habituelle.
Ami, entends-tu le vol noir des corbeaux sur nos plaines? Ami, entends-tu les cris sourds du pays qu'on enchaîne?
Allez, on va commencer tout de suite. C'est une interview de l'avocat Tom Renz par la journaliste Veronika Kirilenko de l'émission New American. Et regardez comment les réseaux sociaux censurent massivement tous les créateurs de contenu qui dérangent. Eh bien, tout ça, cette manière de procéder vient de l'idéologie nazie et des journaux de Goebbels qui sont publiés.
Free will, that's over.
That's over.
They've said. And just because it's incredible or shocking doesn't mean I should discount what they're saying. Yeah, and that's really a great question because honestly, if you've got people who've been bought off and who are corrupt in the government, you got to ask who's paying them off, right? And so you got to look higher. Now, we look and some of the people who've been most outspoken about this, you've seen the Soros type people, you've seen the World Economic Forum, you've seen people related to that. And all of these people are tied together. You've got to understand that these people work together on various projects. They've been involved. Because if you believe it, are you a conspiracy theory? But here's the thing. The evidence is there. I can't help what they've said. And just because it's incredible or shocking doesn't mean I should discount what they're saying. Same people. And when you look at this, so we're working through to get who's at the very head of the snake so that we can go after that person or that couple people. But right now, what we do know is we know that Klaus Schwab, Yuval Noah Harari, and all of this crew tied in with the World Economic Forum are really key drivers in a lot of this. Schwab wrote the great, because if you believe it, are you a conspiracy theory? But here's the thing, the evidence is there. I can't help what they've said. And just because it's incredible or shocking doesn't mean I should discount what they're saying. In that, you look at how he describes that, and he says, the fourth industrial revolution, and Veronica, I want to make this disclaimer. This stuff is so screwed up, it actually makes me uncomfortable to talk about. Because if I didn't have video of these people talking about it, and if I didn't have their books that they've written about it, I would never say this publicly because it's so unbelievable. It's just hard for me to, it sounds like conspiracy theory because if you believe it, are you a conspiracy theory? But here's the thing, the evidence is there. I can't help what they've said. And just because it's incredible or shocking doesn't mean I should discount what they're saying. This is a mind-blowing thing. They're telling us this. And then you've got Schwab's closest advisor, Yuval Noah Harari. This guy is a sick, sick puppy. I don't know what to say it, but what I can say about this guy, so Barack Obama, Macron, Merkel, Schwab, Gates, Zuckerberg, all these people praise this guy. They've all talked about this guy being amazing.
Voilà donc ce gars, Harari, est invité partout chez tous les chefs d'État faisant partie des Young Global Leaders du Forum économique mondial. Cette organisation de criminels extrêmement dangereux que l'on ne présente plus. Alors bien sûr, Macron a invité Harari à l'Élysée le 12 septembre 2017 pour son livre Homo Deus, un bouquin qui fait l'apologie du transhumanisme et d'une société de surveillance mondialiste. Je rappelle également que Macron connaît très bien le Forum économique mondial.
Vous êtes le symbole de cette politique dont nous avons besoin et que nous attendions pour nous guider dans ce nouveau monde. Merci d'être venu. Vous êtes un habitué de Davos. Merci d'être venu. Nous vous en sommes reconnaissants de partager avec nous vos perspectives. Monsieur le Président.
This guy gets invited to the top, most prestigious Ivy League campuses to spew his hate and his rotten, just anti-American, anti-freedom garbage. He gets invited everywhere. The New York Times is celebrating. But while they're celebrating this guy, you got to look at what he's saying. But what does matter is, or what's shocking about that is he's a Nazi sympathizer. His words, not mine. You know, it's shocking.
Yuval Noah Harari, I'll just explain in a couple of words. He serves as the chief scientific advisor to Klaus Schwab, who is the forum's founder and executive chairman. And you mentioned that he's a Nazi sympathizer, yet he has open access and is praised by the world elites. And people would not even believe that. Like you said, it does sound so crazy, but it's actually true. So let's take a look at what he says in this regard.
Now, in the past, many tyrants and governments wanted to do it, but nobody understood biology well enough. And nobody had enough computing power and data to hack millions of people. We'll be able to systematically hack all the people. We are now hackable animals.
So basically, Harari says that the tyrannical regimes of the past, like Soviet Union and Nazi Germany, lacked the technology to systematically hack all people to achieve their goals of total control. So how do you think a man can stand in front of the world's audience, world's elite, and not a single one of them walks out of the room in disgust, calling Harari for what he is, a Nazi and a psychopath?
Il n'y a rien que Joseph Goebbels ignorait concernant toutes ces idées sur les fake news et l'imposition de la vérité. L'une de ses célèbres déclarations est que si vous répétez un mensonge assez souvent, les gens penseront que c'est la vérité. Et plus le mensonge est gros, mieux c'est. Car ça ne viendra pas à l'esprit des gens que quelque chose de si gros puisse être un mensonge. Et je pense que les fake news nous entourent depuis des milliers d'années. Prenez la Bible. Une des options mentionnées par certaines personnes est que seule une catastrophe pourrait ébranler l'humanité et ouvrir la voie vers un véritable système de gouvernance mondiale. Et ils disent qu'on ne peut pas le faire avant la catastrophe, mais nous devons commencer à poser les fondations, afin que lorsque le désastre se produit, nous puissions réagir rapidement.
Ouais, donc il dit clairement que Goebbels avait très bien compris comment gérer la propagande massive pour manipuler son peuple. Il lui suffisait de contrôler tous les médias, censurer ceux qui résistaient et imposer son ministère de la vérité. Et regardez ce que font les États-Unis en ce moment. Ils viennent de créer leur ministère de la vérité. Macron a créé une commission en France afin de lutter contre la désinformation.
This guy, this Harari dude, is getting praised outright by Obama and Schwab, all these guys. And he's outright saying it's a shame the Nazis couldn't do more. He talks about things that are horrendous. He talks about the elimination of free will. The reason he doesn't like religion is religion inherently indicates free will. And what I mean by that is it doesn't matter whether you're Jewish or Christian or Muslim or what, all religions that believe in a creator God inherently have to believe that free will is the natural state of things. This guy is really, because listen, when we talk about hacking a human being, when we talk about manipulating and controlling, it's the ultimate form of slavery. I mean, remember, if I don't have freedom to think, if I don't have freedom to believe, then I certainly don't have freedom to act. So, this is the ultimate form of slavery, and it seems like that's what he's working towards. He wants that, total control of people. It is one of the most sickening things I've ever heard, but yet no one's saying, absolutely, there's no way that you can hear what these guys are talking about and still give them a dime unless you support it, because they're telling us. It's their words. We want to eliminate free will. Free will's an illusion. Human beings are hackable. One of the things that's most amazing about this whole thing, though, when they're saying that we're, human beings are hackable and we got to hook them up to the computer and, we're going to control all this stuff, they're forgetting to mention a couple things. They're not going to hook themselves to the computer. They're not going to give up their free will. Free will is only an illusion if you're one of their useless eaters. They want to get rid of your free will if they don't believe that you're one of them.
Et oui, si t'es pas l'un d'entre eux, t'es un mangeur inutile à qui ils vont retirer ton libre arbitre et toutes tes libertés.
Maintenant, les humains sont en train de développer des pouvoirs encore plus grands que jamais auparavant. Nous sommes réellement en train d'acquérir des pouvoirs divins, de construction et de destruction. Nous sommes vraiment en train d'améliorer les humains en Dieu. Nous avons besoin, par exemple, de pouvoir réécrire le code du vivant.
Ouais, donc c'est un gros psychopathe à très haut dos. Mais le gars, il est complètement parti en vrille. Faudrait vraiment le faire soigner et surtout l'interner de force. Il se prend pour un dieu comme l'autre décérébré, le Macron qui se prend pour Jupiter.
But the people who are doing this, the people who are programming the computers that they want to hook you up to, the people who are hacking the human beings, you know, they're the ones who are defining the moral guidance, what's right, what's wrong, the moral compass for the world. And the question I have is, does anybody trust a guy like Yuval Noah Harari, a known Nazi sympathizer, a guy in favor of slavery, to make moral decisions for the planet? I mean,
humans are now hackable animals. You know, the whole idea that humans have, you know, this, they have this soul or spirit and they have free will and nobody knows what's happening inside me. So whatever I choose, whether in the election or whether in the supermarket, this is my free will, that's over. Free will, that's over.
That's over.
Over. Today, we have the technology to hack human beings on a massive scale. Yeah, I mean, everything is being digitalized. Everything is being monitored. In this time of crisis, you have to follow science. It's often said that you should never allow a good crisis to go to waste, because a crisis is an opportunity to also do good reforms that in normal times people will never agree to, but in a crisis, you see, we have no chance. So
is this ability to hack human beings, to go under the skin, collect biometric data,
to re-engineer life, and even to create completely new life forms. We are about to enter a new era of inorganic life shaped by intelligent design.
C'est ce qui légitime la surveillance biométrique totale. Si on veut stopper cette épidémie, nous ne devons pas juste surveiller les gens. Nous devons surveiller ce qui se passe à l'intérieur d'eux, sous leur peau.
So he says that surveillance is going under your skin, and WF official claims that such advancements as bio and nanotechnology would help people. They say that it's a good thing, overcome diseases, aging, and even death by uploading one's consciousness into a cloud. But I'm thinking, you know what I'm thinking? How can one trust the forum to enhance people with
free will? That's over.
That's over.
Because if you believe it, you know, are you a conspiracy theory? But here's the thing, the evidence is there. I can't help what they've said. And just because it's incredible or shocking doesn't mean I should discount what they're saying. That's not debatable. Yeah, I certainly don't trust these people. So if they're modifying your genes,
free will, that's over.
That's over.
Because if you believe it, you know, are you a conspiracy theory? But here's the thing, the evidence is there. I can't help what they've said. And just because it's incredible or shocking doesn't mean I should discount what they're saying. It seemed like there might be a tie-in there. Now, I can't say that I have conclusive proof there's a tie-in, that the goal of Harari and these other billionaire people is to control people, to make you hackable through biological and other technological mechanisms. We know because they've said it.
Alors non seulement ils l'ont dit, mais en plus ils ont déposé des brevets pour cette technologie.
Free will, that's over.
That's over.
Because if you believe it, you know, are you a conspiracy theory? But here's the thing, the evidence is there. I can't help what they've said. And just because it's incredible or shocking doesn't mean I should discount what they're saying.
Ce sera une bagarre entre la vie privée et la santé va gagner. Les gens vont être volontaires pour abandonner leur vie intime, leur intimité, pour avoir des meilleurs soins. Est-ce que les gens accepteraient de porter des capteurs biométriques sur leur corps et de donner ces données au gouvernement ou aux entreprises en raison de la santé? On va leur promettre avec de bonnes raisons que si vous acceptez ça, nous pouvons identifier par exemple le cancer quand il en est qu'au tout début. Et ça va convaincre la plupart des gens à abandonner leur vie privée en échange.
In places like in my own home country in Israel, we have this big laboratory of surveillance called the occupied territories, where you have 2.5 million guinea pigs of how to completely survey and control a population. Free will, that's over.
That's over.
Because if you believe it, are you a conspiracy theory? But here's the thing, the evidence is there. I can't help what they've said. And just because it's incredible or shocking doesn't mean I should discount what they're saying.
And they are likely to give people visions based on technology. Everything that the old religions promised, happiness and justice and even eternal life.
Je veux dire, toutes ces histoires à propos de Jésus ressuscité des morts et fils de Dieu, c'est des fake news. Je sais que ces dernières années, nous avons vu des politiciens populistes saper volontairement la confiance que les gens ont dans des institutions importantes, comme les universités ou les médias respectables de la presse. Ces politiciens populistes ont dit aux gens que, par exemple, des scientifiques sont une petite élite. Maintenant, ça l'est. Et la grande question politique et économique du XXIe siècle sera de savoir pour quelles raisons avons-nous besoin des humains, ou du moins pour quelles raisons avons-nous besoin de tant d'humains. Vous avez une réponse à ça? Actuellement, nous estimons que le mieux est de faire en sorte qu'ils soient heureux avec des médicaments et des jeux sur ordinateur. Nous appelons ça le métaverse. Qu'est-ce que vous faites ici? Ou du moins, pourquoi avons-nous besoin de tant d'humains? Ce qui fait de vous une classe inutile. Ce dont il s'agit aujourd'hui, c'est d'une seconde révolution industrielle, mais cette fois, le produit ne sera ni des tissus, des machines, des véhicules ou même des armes. Cette fois-ci, le produit obtenu sera les humains eux-mêmes. Nous apprenons essentiellement à produire des corps et des esprits. Une fois que vous savez comment produire des corps, des cerveaux et des esprits, alors la main-d'œuvre bon marché en Afrique ou en Asie du Sud, où qu'elle soit, ne vaudra tout simplement rien. Encore une fois, il me semble que la plus grande question qui se posera dans les prochaines décennies sur le plan économique et politique sera de savoir quoi faire de toutes ces personnes inutiles. En revanche, il reste la problématique de l'ennui, que faire avec ces gens et comment ils vont trouver un sens à leur vie alors qu'ils sont insignifiants et n'ont aucune valeur.
You have just seen Harari wants useless people to be happy with drugs and computer games.
Free will, that's over.
When it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, you got to start asking these questions. And I want to say this, when I say this stuff, I'm uncomfortable because it sounds so crazy. Because if you believe it, are you a conspiracy theory? But here's the thing, the evidence is there. I can't help what they've said. And just because it's incredible or shocking doesn't mean I should discount what they're saying. We forgot to talk about the schools, what they're doing to attack our families and our children. The schools putting in closets so that kids can secretly go to school, change clothes and pretend to be a girl, pretend to be a boy without their parents knowing. And, the parents have no idea. These schools are intentionally trying to screw up your children.
Maintenant, imaginez la situation dans 10 ou 20 ans où un algorithme pourra dire à n'importe quel adolescent exactement où il se trouve, sur le spectre gay, hétéro, et même à quel point cette position est malléable.
Et malléable, bien sûr, afin de transformer un enfant hétéro en enfant gay par des confusions mentales massives inculquées à des enfants en recherche normalement de base structurelle.
Because it's not going to be that way. You cannot just keep going about your life as though things haven't changed.
Alors mes amis, j'espère que le message est bien passé. Le prix de la liberté est une vigilance éternelle. Bien sûr, Klaus Schwab et Harari ne sont que la partie visible de l'iceberg. Derrière eux se cachent les marionnettistes de l'ombre dans leur fonds d'investissement Vanguard, 33e niveau de franc-maçonnerie. Vanguard est là où se cachent les Rockefeller, les Rothschild, les familles royales, les familles très anciennes. Ce sont eux qui organisent ce chaos mondial, cette destruction contrôlée. Et leur règne va bientôt s'achever.
Pour ne rater aucun post-it, abonnez-vous. Est-il nécessaire de le dire? Mais surtout, il ne faut pas en rester là. Ne baissons pas les bras et réagissons.
C'est nous qui brisons les barreaux des prisons pour nos frères.